Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video are the checklist before you board and fly to the Philippines. This is actually given to you if you are flying with Philippine Airlines, but I have generalized it for everybody, including those travelers who are not flying with Philippine Airlines. So all in this video, details coming right up. So aside from the usual requirements like your passport, visa if this is needed, or Philippine passport, foreign passport, dual citizenship, old Philippine passport or the expired Philippine passport, birth certificate, aside from those usual documentation that I have mentioned, these are the checklists that the airlines will ask from you when you are already standing in line, getting ready to check in to board your flights to the Philippines. So we have 5 categories on this video. Number 1 are for Philippine passport holders and dual citizens. The second one are for former Filipinos or balikbayans. The third one are foreign nationals under the Executive Order 408. These are foreign nationals coming from the non-visa required country. Then we have foreign nationals with a visa or ACR I-card. Then we have foreign nationals with 9A visa. So we will talk about each of that category on this video. If you guys are ready, let's get started. So for Philippine passport holder and dual citizens, these are your checklist. Like I said, aside from the typical documentation, these are the checklists. These are the documents asked from you during departure at your port of embarkation. Of course, the One Health Pass, very important. One Health Pass QR code. It is a must. All travelers must register with One Health Pass. Then the vaccination card. Filipino citizens or dual citizens can enter the Philippines whether you guys are vaccinated or unvaccinated. For vaccinated, fully vaccinated Filipino citizens and dual citizens, you guys don't need to undergo quarantine. But if you are unvaccinated Filipino citizens or dual citizens, you have to undergo a 5 days quarantine. And as soon as you get your negative swab test result, then you will be sent home. And of course, the negative COVID test result, there are 2 options, whether you are going for the RT-PCR test, which should be taken 48 hours of departure time, or the antigen, which is taken 24 hours of departure time. So as you guys notice, Trace app was not mentioned on Philippine Airlines checklist. So like others said, other airlines are asking for the Trace app, but majority of the airlines are not even asking for the Trace app. But to be on the safe side, just register. It only takes 10 minutes to register with Trace app. Whether they need it or not, at least you already have it in case they will ask for it. For former Filipinos or balikbayans under Executive Order 408, of course, One Health Pass QR code, you need to register. So One Health Pass, regardless of your age, you need to register. If you are traveling with minor kids, then you have to register them with One Health Pass. Vaccination card, since former Filipinos or balikbayans are under foreign national category, you have to be fully vaccinated 14 days after the last dose or the second dose. Please take note of that. If you are unvaccinated former Filipino or balikbayan, you will not be allowed entry into the Philippines. And of course, the negative COVID test result. 2 options on this. The RT-PCR test, that should be taken within 48 hours of departure time, or the antigen test taken within 24 hours of departure time. Then your passport. Your passport must have 6 months validity prior to departure. So please take note of this, especially on this particular category, which are former Filipinos or balikbayans. So former Filipinos or balikbayans are Filipinos who went abroad and have naturalized abroad but did not apply for dual citizenship to retain or regain their Filipino citizenship. So you guys belong in this category, and this category is actually under foreign nationals. For foreign nationals with visa or ACR I-card, these are foreign nationals with 13A visas and SRRV. These are your checklist. One Health Pass QR code, very important. Vaccination card. So foreign nationals must be fully vaccinated to be allowed entry into the Philippines. So you have to be fully vaccinated 14 days after the last dose or second dose. And of course, the negative COVID test result, two options, RT-PCR, which is taken 48 hours of departure time, or the antigen taken within 24 hours of departure time. Then your passport, it must be 6 months valid prior to departure, because if your passport for some reason has only less than 6 months left, you will not be allowed to board the aircraft. Then the foreign nationals under the Executive 408. So these are nationals coming from the countries that are not required with a visa to enter the Philippines. You will actually get your visa upon arrival. So these are foreign tourists. Of course, One Health Pass, QR code, very important. This is a must. All travelers to the Philippines are required to register with One Health Pass. Vaccination card. Again, foreign nationals must be fully vaccinated to be allowed entry into the Philippines. Unfortunately, until now, there is no announcement yet if the Philippines is going to allow unvaccinated foreign nationals anytime soon. So you have to be fully vaccinated 14 days after the last dose or second dose. And of course, the negative COVID test result, which we have two options, the RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours of departure time, or antigen test taken within 24 hours of departure time. Your passport must be 6 months valid prior to departure, and you are required to have travel insurance with $35,000 coverage, COVID-19 coverage, and an exit ticket or outbound ticket to your next destination. So please take note of this category, foreign nationals coming from the non-visa required countries. These are the 157 countries under Executive Order 408. And our last category are for foreign nationals with 9A visa. So these are nationals coming from the visa required country like Pakistan, India. So these are foreign nationals that needs to apply for a 9A visa to the nearest Philippine consulate or embassy in their country. So these are your checklist. Of course, One Health Pass, QR code, very important, vaccination card. As a foreign national, you have to be fully vaccinated 14 days after the last dose or second dose. Then, of course, the negative COVID test result, which you have two options, RT-PCR taken within 48 hours of departure time, or antigen taken within 24 hours of departure time. Your passport must be 6 months valid prior to departure, and then your travel insurance with $35,000 coverage of COVID-19, an exit ticket or your round trip ticket or your outbound ticket to the next destination. So, if you guys are following our categories, they are almost the same with each other. Some don't have to get travel insurance. Some will have to purchase travel insurance and stuff. So I hope this guide will give you guys a heads up on what you guys need to prepare or what to expect when you guys are standing in line already, checking in, getting ready to board the aircraft, going to the Philippines. So this is your complete guidelines on checklist before you board and you fly. To all Philippine Airlines passenger, they have an additional document, which is acknowledgement and release form. For sure, this is going to be given to you when you guys are already at the counter. The acknowledgement and release form. This is actually listed to all categories: Filipino citizens, dual citizens, former Filipinos, foreign nationals, with 9A, with 13A, with SRRV, and to those who doesn't need visa, who's getting visa upon arrival into the Philippines. So this form will definitely be given to you. This is the acknowledgement and release form. For other airlines, I'm not sure what other forms that they are giving you guys, but so far, this is the general checklist before you board the aircraft and fly to the Philippines. Like I said, aside from the usual Philippine passport or foreign passport, dual citizenship certificate, or your birth certificate, marriage certificate, if you guys are flying as a family, those are the usual documents even pre-pandemic time. But these are the additional documents at the moment during the pandemic when you are flying to the Philippines. So, please be guided on this, especially to those who still have plans to travel to the Philippines anytime soon. So, this is our quick travel update for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel-related videos, please comment it down below and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Or you can direct message me in our Facebook page, same handle, the Eaton Squad. Again, guys, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel, the Eaton Squad. I hope to see you on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.